So speaking of pressures, you go and win after all the pressure was on you at Lenzerheide. Like you have this cool knack of bouncing back after, say, a disappointment or getting a podium and then another podium and then another one. Here, you qualified fastest, could have won, and you go and back it up straight away under more pressure, some would say.
Definitely more pressure. I think I never had that much pressure on me like in Leogang this year. Everybody was just expecting it, I guess, because of Lenzade. Everybody saw my pace is there, and nobody knew what would have happened without the crash. But I didn't expect it at all because, yeah, Leogang was still to this year not the track where I thought I'm the best on. Even I did my first podium there. I was feeling more like maybe I was lucky 22. And yeah, when I went up for race run, I know I can do it again, but it was even more than the podium.
So why do you think it's not the track?
Um, I actually don't know why I thought like this. Like now I think it is my kind of track because everything is in it, especially like speed carrying, which I'm really good now. And the last wood section, how they taped it this year, I was kind of a hater on the beginning because I thought, wow, they made it so straight. All the sick turns we had before would have been so good because the weather is so good. But I think they did a sick job on the woods. It was unreal, crazy fast, but I think it was on the limit. And yeah, it's just sick track from top to bottom now. Luckily, finally, everybody was hating it for so long, and now we have a sick track at home.
I did think in their defense, I also thought, oh, it looks so fast and straight and dangerous. You know, you're always worried about the riders. At least I am now
Yeah,
when I'm on the side of the track. Just want the riders, and of course they do too. But I guess you've got to see how it rides and then adapt from there. But yeah, it looked like it rode really, really well, and it is kind of a track with everything, isn't it? You've got to be good on so many aspects of downhill to perform there.
yeah. I think it's also sick for like bike setup and stuff like this. Like you would like this tire on the woods, but the tire doesn't work on the top section, or you would like to go soft in the woods because you have more grip, but doesn't work for the top section. So it's like you always need to find a kind of balance for Leogang, and yeah, especially like key sections like the exit onto the motorway, which I fucked up a little bit. It's just so important, which you don't have on other tracks, I guess.
So what did you do coming onto motorway? Just lapse of concentration, wrong line.
Um, Kind of both, I would say. I did a mistake in the on the first few stumps. I just went in too fast, I think, and nearly crashed. And then I thought, okay, now focus onto the exit, pedal onto the motorway, because Brownie, our teammate, just sent Ben, my mechanic, a message. You need to pedal onto the motorway. It's super important. Like everybody who's doing that is going faster. And when I went into the last stumps, I already thought about the exit, like I need to pedal, and then I messed up the stumps. And then I run wide on the turn. I had to pedal in like loose gravel. And I think it was like 10 centimeters on the left. I made it onto the first wooden jump barely. And then I cased the jump as well. And I just thought, this is not good at all. And I actually thought about Brownie that he's watching this at home and he will not be happy about me. But from there on, my mind just switched, and I think I was really aggressive, didn't make big mistakes anymore, and the crowd just um, lifted me down the hill, I would say. I was jumping to the last wood section, and the crowd got wild. It was so good.
And did you know when you crossed the line after those mistakes? Like, actually, no. Because of those mistakes, do you think they actually helped you push harder in the bottom?
Pretty sure, yeah, yeah. When I exited onto the motorway, I thought, fuck, I lost a lot of time right now. I think it was like a second, maybe more. I knew that, and a second in Leogang is quite a lot. So I just thought I need to go all in now to see where we can end up. So.
And do you normally get information at the top from Lloyd or Brownie up to Ben? Is that something you're open to?
We always discussed it before the race, or before the race run. Like Fort William, for example, I sent our junior up to the woods, or me and Charlie did, and he told me that there's a route which is taking out so many people and stuff like this. Just find sections on the track which are changing, get pictures up there, and just some information maybe others don't get. And yeah, like Brownie, if Brownie sees something, he's sending messages. And I kind of like it because it's better to know stuff like this than afterwards. I had it before. I was like, why did nobody tell me about this? Everybody was crashing in the turn before. Why did I not know about it? So I'm quite open for something else.
Yeah, it's not easy to do though. Being open to it, like to deal with what information to use and what to discard. I'm thinking back to a race where, yeah, there was a berm on a rock and it just got pushed and pushed. Normally, I wouldn't want information, but there you would certainly want to know. I mean, look, the berm's gone. You have to brake and go a little bit slow. At least you can save your run. So, yeah, it's interesting, but there's a time and a place, right? Sometimes too much information can be bad.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, just the most important information. It needs to be a perfect detail, not just there is a route in the corner. So you don't know, is it on the beginning of the corner, is it on the end of the corner, or where's the problem? You need a picture and the perfect description, I would say. Otherwise, the information is pointless and you're going to be scared losing time, probably.
Yeah, and I guess if you're doubting a section, then getting information could help the doubt, right? If you're sending someone up there, there's clearly a reason for that. You're not just the junior's not just sending you a bunch of information that you didn't ask for, right?
Yeah, that's it. I definitely don't want any information if there is nothing crazy happening. Otherwise, I think it's just making you doubt, like you say. And sometimes I ask Charlie if there's Valdisol, we had it the last couple of years a few times, the weather is changing. And if Charlie or me are first down the hill, we just say, okay, all good, or you got to be careful in this section or in this section.
Yeah, definitely. So you win this thing. I must tell you, that's one of the coolest finishes to a race I've ever seen, with you and Valley winning there. That was the atmosphere, like your is it was there relief, or was it just like plain just happiness and excitement?
Mm, I don't know if I would call it relief. Maybe kind of relief as well, just to know I did it because I don't know why, but for me it was always I want to win a World Cup one day, and to know it a couple races before that I can win a World Cup, but I didn't do it, especially like Valdisol the year before. I thought this could be the day. Then I thought the same in Lenzerheide, and just that it happened at home. Everybody was there. My family, like made like a little fan club, which was there the first time, and Vali winning before me. The crowd was the best crowd we ever had in Leogang, I think. So there's no better story, I think, for my first win. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
you could. Yeah.
pretty. How do you call it? Emotional. Like I tried to hold it back. I remember when Finn was on his run and he was back at the last split. I pretty much already knew this is it. I got the win because the last section I had it just dialed, and I was like, "Don't cry, don't cry." And then when he crossed the line, I just couldn't hold anything. There was so many emotions.
Dude, I can imagine. I mean, you couldn't write a better script. Like if some, that's the script that needed to be written in Leogang and for you, but that doesn't, like, it doesn't always work out like that.
Never.
So to
Pretty
have
much never.
that,
Like
no one can ever take that away.
maybe this year it happened more often, like Benoit and Leger. I got second and I was kind of bummed, but on the other side I was stoked because Benoit deserved it so much, and to see him crowd surfing on I don't know how many thousand fans, I think it was the best day, or it was the best outcome possible, and he was probably feeling the same like I did in Leogang. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see as well.